The microphones are fine, but see, this is duct taped right here. This is like got the gaffer tape on it. And
well,
then,
I mean, that means it's a theater. It's part of a theater.
This thing doesn't do it.
Yeah, that little knob just twists all day long and it'll never tighten anything. So there's that going on. Then we have headphones that don't quite work unless you pull them out just a little bit further than they need. And then it's like, oh, there it is. Don't touch it. You know?
All things that all community theaters have.
Right. We're getting to that point. We're getting to the point of everything is like, well, we've taped and patched everything together 100 times, and all right, now you can talk about anything you want and everything you want, and it'll all hit the podcast. How's that?
Excellent.
So what were you saying before? You were all these inquisitive questions about her life, and
Oh yeah, no, I can't remember now.
oh, of course,
Brains
now
blank.
all of a sudden you're shy. The
Brains
microphone's
a
on,
blank,
so now you're gonna be shy.
Too much pressure.
All right. So there's the Dum Dum factory over here in Bryan, Ohio.
Yep. So we have Spangler Candy Company here with the Dum Dums.
Oh, you sound so official already. Listen, see how she perked up and sounded
And
official?
yeah.
She was like,
Perky.
oh, come on. No,
selling-
stop it.
she's
Relax
selling
already.
Bryan.
Don't make me go across the street and get you a gin and tonic, okay?
She's
You need to
selling
relax
Bryan.
already. Yeah, so over here, Dum Dum Factory.
That's actually the museum.
Oh, it's a
Ah.
museum of Dum Dums?
Yep, that's their museum.
Ron.
And
Oh, no.
But there's a factory around here somewhere, and I remember it caught fire.
yeah, it's just a few blocks north of us.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. And just today in our Bryan Times, they're actually expanding.
That's the paper? The Bryan Times?
Yep, the Bryan Times.
Oh, look at that. The Bryan Times. So also my brother's name is Brian, spelled exactly the same way, and nobody spells their name with a Y, apparently, as their first name, but my brother does. So there you go. But I have a huge family, so there's always some sort of connection to my family in all these podcasts.
We are sitting here in Bryan, Ohio.
Yes, with a Y. And it's in the middle of the gorgeous downtown
Square.
area, actually.
Yeah. Yep. Right on the square.
I didn't know, like, I'm staring at the town hall. Holy smokes. Is Bryan like the...
That's actually our county courthouse.
I was going to say, is that what
Yeah.
it is? The county seat? Is Bryan is the county
Yes.
seat of
Yep.
Williams County? Woohoo! So yeah, by the way, we're with Williams County Community Theater. We should mention that
But
too.
the situation of this place is right
in here.
in the
And it's
square.
actually a really
downtown.
beautiful downtown. This comes from people who are like myself, we're dumb and we don't go out and venture and see things. So when I'm driving through here, what road were we on? We were on County Road J, and then some other
127,
and like it's hilly.
A little bit.
I was like, oh, it's kind of hilly, kind of pretty. It's like Southern Ohio all of a sudden is over here, and
Yeah, but if you've lived here all your life, it's not hilly.
you don't
No.
think about it
No.
at all. Gorgeous red barns. It's real. It's
No,
real.
they're just everywhere.
but
Oh.
Every day.
And what's this little restaurant over here we're supposed to go to?
So it used to be a 50s diner called Lester's, and now it's Four Seasons.
Is it still a 50s diner?
Not really. They've kind of updated it a bit, but we do have a really cool old train station called Third Rail that's got homemade barbecue, and it's fantastic.
and 2 doors down is this movie theater.
Yeah,
that-
what the
Yeah.
heck?
Cute.
Yeah.
This is
Very
like
cute.
this is like a flashback in time for us.
Yeah.
I know we sound goofy, but it's like we come back.
No,
it's like, what's
we
happening?
want a Hallmark movie to be made here because this is a
Yes,
Hallmark movie
yes.
town.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly,
Absolutely.
that theater is adorable. That movie theater over there, like it's
But-
Yeah, they have done so much work over there and really helped kind of revitalize our downtown because they got new owners just a few years ago, actually.
you got this gorgeous gazebo out front.
Yep,
and-
that's the bandstand is it Wednesday? No, Thursday nights. No, Wednesday nights, the city band plays.
Wow.
And then Thursday
You
nights.
have a city band?
We have a city band. And then on Thursday nights, there's a car show around the square with old historic cars.
Farmers market. The
On
work.
Thursdays.
Wow.
Yep.
Thursdays.
Thursdays
So,
as well.
If Toledoans made the drive here to Bryan to see a show, they got a whole
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's tons to do. Yeah.
here.
It's just cute. It's just a
Yeah.
cute town. This downtown has got
Yeah.
some stuff that
it's
Ron
a
and I have already been
destination. It's
eyeballing.
a destination.
Yeah, would you say if we could wrap up this podcast quickly, we could
Yeah,
go
we
somewhere
could go
else
to
fun?
the diner. Yeah.
Yeah, or like even just a half a block down, there's an old church that's been renovated into a brewery. And that's awesome as well.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Father John's.
What's it called?
Father John's.
Father John's?
Yep.
Oh, I like the
and
cleverness
this
already.
and this gorgeous, cute theater.
Yes.
Thank
smack
you.
dab in the middle of it.
It's right here on the corner of whatever and whatever.
Lynn and
Butler?
Butler, yes.
Butler. And then this is all, the main thing is why we wanted to come here is because we had you on.
Mm-hmm.
You were on our Ohio
Octa.
community. Yeah, the Octa Ohio Community Theater Association regionals.
Yep.
And I had to cut a lot of you out because you are a potty mouth. So there's a lot of F-bombs
I'm
I had to cut out.
So sorry.
It was like F and this and F and that. I'm like, Crystal, geesh, there's children around. Let's cut this here. So, but you did say, I did make it out in between all the F bombs that you were, you had a new renovated community theater.
Yes.
Right here.
All of last year.
We're like, we got to come see it now.
Yeah, all of last year we were under construction. We couldn't do any shows in our actual theater. We had a local church that let us use their little event space.
Oh.
And we built a little stage in there and were able to do our shows last year there. And then the first show of our season this year was Lovesick, which we took to Octa.
Yeah.
And we're going on to state with it.
Now you're
Going
bragging.
to
Now you're
going to
bragging.
state.
Yeah.
Went to-
So
Yeah, speaking of Octo, we won.
So there must be some pretty good people here to
Obviously.
take something to
we've got
state.
amazing volunteers and actors and actresses. And I mean, we've got it all.
So
we're very lucky.
This place, so you had this theater over here and it needed some work. Were you
Yep.
doing stuff in this theater for 100 years and then?
No, we started over in Mount Pillier, almost just over 70 years ago.
70 years.
There was a group of church ladies who got together and
So
wanted
70
to do
years ago in Montpelier, was it,
Yep.
what are they, like the trains? What are they called?
locomotives.
Locomotives. I was close.
I'm an alum.
You're an alum?
Yep, I'm a Montpelier gal.
You're in Montpelier. You're a local alum. Gotcha. What's
Yep.
it called again? The
Locomotives.
Locomotives.
Loco.
But Brian's the Golden Bears, so
Yeah.
they've kind of
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
a cool
The maroons
mascot.
and gold and white. Yeah, I know all about it.
Oh, purple and gold.
It's purple? It looks
It's
maroony.
Oh,
purple.
Maroon's
Oh, is it
Edgerton.
purple?
Maroon's
Oh
Edgerton.
my gosh, right. I'm a jerk. You're right. It is. It's purple. They got
Sorry,
a cool
Brian.
Don't wanna
bear
make anybody
mascot.
mad.
Sorry,
no, you're
Brian.
right. I
Sorry.
apologize. This is me showing that I suck at my job. That's all. But so it was at Montpelier for 70 years, and then it came over here then.
Yep. We acquired this space, I believe it was 2000, 2001.
What-
and it used to be a restaurant.
A restaurant.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
And then a long, long time ago, this corner was a gas station.
A gas station.
So
Well, it doesn't. Well,
they
maybe
should-
it does look like
They
a
should
gas station.
do a
now
gas
that I think about
station,
it.
a show about gas stations if there's one out there.
Is there one of them out there?
Yeah, kind of like Grease.
I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or
Grease would work.
something like that. We took a peek in your theater,
Mm-hmm.
and their permanent seats aren't in yet. Is that something that's happening?
the end of this month, we are working on getting our risers
Wow, it's
in there.
brand new then.
Oh,
you
yeah.
weren't kidding about being
Yeah, we've been using
just renovated.
We've been using folding chairs for our last
Oh.
two shows.
Okay.
Janky.
And-
No, just kidding.
Hey,
No,
they're-
you got to
they're
do what you
solder
got to
chairs.
do.
No.
You got to do. We're
Yep.
sitting in some right now.
Yeah,
I
yep.
like them. They're
And
fine.
it will seat how many people?
We're not sure yet. Probably right around 100
Oh,
comfortably.
I was thinking 200.
Beautiful,
Really, 100?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very-
It looked a little bigger than
Not
I
a
thought
bad
then.
seat in the house. That'll be
No,
great.
not really.
No, that is
So-
very true. When we poked our noses in there,
Mm-hmm.
we had to move and come to another part of the theater because you guys are already, you got kids in there.
Yep, we're doing our summer children's theater workshop.
Oh.
And you
what's
said
that mean?
40 kids?
Yeah, we have 40 kids from all across Northwest Ohio, and we even have a young lady from Indiana who comes over and
You're
does it every
closer to
year.
Fort Wayne than Toledo.
Actually, we're about equal distance.
I was
Equal
going to say,
distance.
is that true?
Yeah, they're both about 45 minutes, 45 minutes away.
Okay. I was like, wow, Ron's throwing out some trivia I didn't
Yeah.
even know. But you got somebody coming from Indiana. That's
Yep,
wonderful.
absolutely. Yeah.
But you
Cool,
but you
cool.
have 40 kids that you're grooming to love theater.
Every year, we're very
Just
lucky.
brainwashing them.
Yes.
We're doing our best.
I love it.
I love it.
What are they doing? You said a workshop.
So,
Is it-
yep. So this year, depending on the number of kids we get, depends on how many productions we do. But through the month of June and July, they work on 1 or 2 shows. And then in August, we perform for their family and friends. And they get a T-shirt out of the deal. And they get to keep their scripts and stuff, of course. And we teach them about makeup. They run the lights. They run the sound.
Wait,
they
is
run
it- How
backstage.
long is this thing?
Just June and July.
Oh, just June and July?
Yeah, June and
just,
July.
Just 60 days?
Jeez, that's a lot.
When
Yeah.
you figure in swim and softball and baseball, we
Oh.
get the kids about half that amount of time.
Okay, so they sign up in the beginning of the year, and then they...
Oh, no,
they-
June.
June.
We sign
That's
them
what
up
I
in
meant.
June,
Beginning
yeah.
of summer is what I
Yep.
meant. Sorry, my
Mhm.
bad.
Beginning of
Because
summer.
it's a summer workshop.
Yeah.
So they sign up in the beginning of summer workshop, and they're here all summer.
Yep, as much as we can get them in
Nice.
the evenings. We usually do hour and a half, 2-hour rehearsals 3 times a week.
Wow, you are great at brainwashing. I love it.
Yep.
But-
And we're doing 2 shows this year. We're doing Snow White and Friends
Oh.
and Around the World.
And is that a play around the world?
Yep,
I've never heard of that
Yeah,
one.
both of them are 2 plays. Around the World's kind of, I would say, almost. It's very similar to Lovesick because it's a bunch of vignettes.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of about how the Earth was made, but it's funny and planets are talking and there's cavemen at one point, and so it's
So it's like Year One, the movie with Jack Black.
a little bit, but for kids,
But for kids, less. Okay, yeah, less.
But you've got
Blackie,
you've got
gotcha.
kids, you've got theater, you're winning, going to Octa State.
Yeah, let's
so
talk about that. So
Community
yeah.
theater here is thriving.
It's rocking.
It's rocking.
Yeah, There's even another theater group here in town, Fountain City Festival.
Yeah.
And their show opens this weekend. They're doing Newsies. And
What?
they also have like 40 kids, 40 different
What is
kids
with this,
involved.
Brian?
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. So Fountain City, I met somebody at Octa from Fountain City also, and was like, hey, so that was kind of cool. And we try and share what they're doing here.
Yeah.
But you guys are just, man, you guys are killing it. You really are.
The whole area. There's Archbold Community Theater.
Yeah.
There's Napoleon has something.
Hicksville has a great, the Huber Opera House, and they're doing a children's summer workshop right now. They're doing Guys and Dolls. And I think
What is going on out here?
This
You
is
guys
great.
are like this little bubble of fine arts out here. Do you have any idea why?
we are very lucky. I mean, we have a beautiful new amphitheater also in our park here. And usually every weekend there's a band or a magician or something new going on.
Yeah, you said you have bands playing every Wednesday or Thursday in the gazebo.
Yeah, the
out
city,
here.
that's a city band.
But you have a city band.
Yeah, yep.
That's already, that count that as arts. That's a performing arts.
Yeah,
That's all that kind of stuff.
Actually, the city band is the orchestra for Fountain City Festival's musical Newsies.
Doing Newsies.
They're doing Newsies?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did
So
I,
you could
I got to share that,
Come
obviously.
here
like,
and
as soon as we
see
leave here.
Newsies.
Yeah.
Ron,
You know,
Ron stumped. You've stumped
Yeah.
Ron. He's over here just completely impressed with everything that's going on.
amazed. I'm
and we share, like, I
dumbfounded.
mean, we share everybody within all these theater groups too,
Yeah.
and we help each other out
And
when we
is there
can.
there's a
and-
little theater at New Rigel? Is it New? What is it?
Talking about New Regal?
Not New Regal.
That's down south in Old
No,
Fort area.
I'm
yeah.
thinking New.
New Rochelle? That's in New York City.
There's a little theater.
See, that's what I was thinking. New Rochelle.
Archbold uses this little theater. For
Oh yeah, in Ridgeville Corners.
Ridgeville
they
Corners.
use. Oh, I
There's
can't
a
think of the name of
old
that, but
little
yeah,
theater.
Giffey Hall.
Okay.
Is what they
Hall.
use.
It's like built in Abe Lincoln saw a show there.
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to know more about the community, about Williams County, though. So you tell me everything you know about Williams County.
Oh geez.
Yeah, from the beginning.
I don't think we have enough
No, it's
Williams-
fine.
time.
I'll edit it down. Don't worry.
Williams County Community Theater.
Yeah, well, we started off as Williams County Playhouse over in
Okay.
Montpelier, and they were doing shows in churches and in schools, and it finally grew and grew. So they bought a space, an old church.
Mm-hmm.
They converted that into a theater, and several remodeling, renovations done. Probably not to spec, just
It's fine,
we're
it's fine,
gonna
it's
throw a garage on and call that the pit area. But we were over there for a long, long time till about 2000, and then
When did you get involved with it? That might be a
I
big
got
good question.
involved. Gosh, probably about 2003, 2004.
What did you do here?
when I was in high
This is the
school?
second time we got to talk to you. So I
Yeah.
know you direct. What else do you do?
Yep,
Are you like on the board?
Yep, I'm
or
the
something?
vice president right
oh,
now.
the VP. Gotcha.
And-
One person away. One person.
Our president, Mary Beth Snyder, is amazing though. She can stay
Oh,
president as
okay.
long as she
Oh,
wants.
okay. Yeah,
so
no.
I'm happy to be her secondhand gal.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and I direct, produce, I'm act, sing, do all the shows, volunteer, whatever I can to
Oh
help.
my gosh,
and,
how long
yeah.
have you been doing stuff? Since Biddy times?
Yeah.
Were you 2 years old up there dancing around? Or
My first show, I was 16.
16?
Okay,
Well, you were a
Yep.
late bloomer.
Late
So-
bloomer.
so, yep.
Late.
For it is now. I mean, look at these kids over here. You're recruiting way earlier.
They're-
Yeah,
They're
and see, growing up,
6-year-olds.
I never knew about
Right.
the
Yeah.
summer workshops, but of course, I had friends who did it, and then you find out afterwards, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Are you sure they were friends?
I don't know now, but
They didn't tell
Some
you.
friends they were.
Yeah.
I mean,
I showed up to 7th grade football, and all my friends were on the football team. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
hey,
Like, did
it's,
we
it's
not tell
because
you?
of them though that I got involved eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember what your first show was?
So, Christmas Carol,
And it was
the musical.
Christmas Carol, the musical, and it was the
I
musical.
I sang a song about hot chestnuts and how I could cook.
Wow,
So,
I didn't know
yeah.
there was a musical. I think somebody brought this up before. Why isn't anybody doing Christmas Carol the musical?
It's
I wanna
because
see it.
it's the songs are a little odd.
they're
Scrooge
about-
sings about indigestion at one point.
about
So-
is it a potato or a spirit? That
Or
kind
a
Yep,
of
that-
mustard
yep.
blob. Yeah.
a
Okay.
mustard. Yeah,
Yeah.
give me a hot chestnut. That kind of thing is like okay, maybe not. Huh? It's a weird. It's not like the Albert
mean,
Finney version.
no.
which is amazing. Which is my favorite of all time. Christmas.
That's
Carol.
actually my favorite
Oh,
too. Yeah.
A little,
Someone should
a
do
little
it.
simpatico over here.
Yeah.
But just the play is much better than the musical, in my humble opinion.
Gotcha. Do you guys do a lot of musicals or plays? That'd be another
But
question.
mostly plays.
Okay.
Now that we have a bit of a bigger space, the stage we were on before didn't really allow us to do too many musicals. But usually every other year, we'll do an independent production.
Nice.
We've done Evil Dead the musical 3 times.
Nice. Okay.
And,
A splash zone. You gotta be
we've
careful.
done it at a park. We've done it at the fairgrounds, and we did it one time in our building. A little too messy. We learned quite quickly. And just last year, we teamed up with the movie theater down here and built an elevated stage in one of their theaters and did Rocky Horror.
Of course
So-
you did.
Oh yeah, it has to be in a
With
theater.
Rocky Horror Live. Though.
Yes, Rocky Horror Live, not the
watch
picture
movie.
show.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yep,
Rocky-
we did it live.
So coming up in October, you're doing another show. Is that?
Yes, our next season production is end of September, beginning of October, but auditions for that are coming up in 2 weeks. One
What
week,
is it?
1 week, 2 weeks. It is called The Outsider. It's a political comedy.
Oh, I seen that. I seen you post
Yeah.
about
Timely,
it. Yeah.
timely.
It is. It's perfect, and it's nothing about being Democrat or Republican. It's just making fun of politics in general, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
Some outsider becomes governor, something like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yep, the governor kind of splits, and his lieutenant governor has to take over, and he's very shy, and he doesn't like people. And
Who picks these shows?
we have a play reading committee. We have a group of
Okay,
about 6 or
okay.
7 people, and they read plays all year long.
Wow.
And they present a few to our board of trustees, and then usually we always say, "Yeah, those sound great. Let's
How
do
many
it."
board of trustees members are there?
We have 9
Oh my gosh! So,
trustees.
so you have a group of 7 people who read a bunch, who love reading, and then they present to 9 people.
Yep.
So right there, you already have a nice chunk of people that are committed to making sure that Williams County is having a great theater.
Yeah, we do. I
mean-
mean, the community support that we have is just phenomenal.
That's amazing.
We can't brag about our community enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
sell out all the time?
If it's a comedy, we do pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got
And-
like regulars, the same.
Oh yeah, we've got season. We sell season tickets.
Here
We've got
comes
season
Jack and
ticket
Jill every
holders
year
and-
coming
oh, yeah.
in, that kind of thing.
Yep, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you probably put a bunch of stuff in the Bryan Times and
When we can. It's a little costly
Yeah.
with ads and stuff now in the local newspapers, but we've got a local radio station
Oh,
that
nice.
they have us on, and we do interviews with them sometimes for each show. And
you have a podcast that comes out here. And
yeah,
talks
yeah,
to
we
us
got you
too.
guys,
Yeah,
and
we're pretty cool.
So you're taking a show to state.
Yep.
For Octa. The kids are putting on a show. Newsies is down the street. And you're doing a show in late September.
Yes.
And then you're doing a Christmas one. You're-
Yep, and then we were doing a big Christmas production. It's a Jones Hope Wooten Southern Christmas comedy.
Okay.
So
Joan Holmes, Wooten, Dolly Parton,
Yeah.
Christmas comedy.
You
What the
know it,
heck,
yep.
Man? There's a lot of words in there. Sweet,
Okay.
sassy.
And
Did you guys do like 10 shows a year also or something like that?
4 shows a year.
Okay.
And then we have our summer children's theater workshop, and if we
Which
have
produces 3 shows all on its own, you said.
Yep, sometimes. And then we have usually we'll have someone approach us who wants to do an independent production, and we kind of try to slip that in somewhere where we
Nice.
can.
wow.
So like just some random dude who writes might come up to you and just say, hey, would
But
you
usually
maybe
it's
be
a-
willing to
One of our
put it through the-
actors or actresses is like, there's kind of this quirky show that maybe isn't a season
Gotcha,
show,
gotcha.
but like if we can kind of get some of
Sneak
the
it in
funding
there.
and you slide it into your
Yeah.
script readers, and the
Yep.
script readers look at it and say, yeah, this isn't total garbage. We could maybe do this.
I mean, that's how we've done Evil Dead 3 times. That was just
yeah.
on a spoof, and we sold out that first year big time. We actually had people come from Canada
Is
and
it Evil Dead?
Cincinnati.
Evil Dead's a
and-
musical, though.
yeah, it's a musical.
Because
Yep.
Stone Productions was on for us, and they did that. They
Oh yeah, and they've got auditions coming up too for Stone Productions doing Evil Dead again.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they obviously loved it and
Loved
did
it.
a great job.
Yeah.
Blood was flying everywhere, that kind of
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
So that is amazing. Man, anything else?
Have,
Ryan?
have you done any classical musicals like Sound of Music or any of those?
Yeah, back when we were in Mount Pillier, since we've moved to Bryan, not too many musicals, but in the past we did Fiddler on the Roof, Anything Goes. I mean,
Okay.
pretty much all the classics, really.
Okay, but your niche is niche, whatever
niche.
is going to be mostly plays. You think?
Mostly plays right now. We're trying to find a good musical that's a good fit for our stage with it
Yeah.
being so small. And we just got a new sound system, so we're excited. We have microphones for the first time in ever. We've never had microphones.
Okay, so you're
So-
looking for a musical that would fit in a nice black box situation,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
But
Cool.
so that anybody sitting in a 100 seat audience can enjoy the show
Yep.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Even if it was like you move the stage in the middle, is that stage movable?
It's not.
Oh.
No, stage is where it is. But
Okay.
I think was it maybe 10 years ago? Maybe, it might be even 15 now. We did a little musical called Forever Patsy Cline.
Okay.
And that was a huge hit. The Trina Wakefield played Patsy Cline. She was amazing. She looked like her. She sounded like her. I think we actually even did it again maybe the following year because it was such a success.
good
Yeah.
show. Everybody wanted to see it again.
Yep.
Now, I looked on your website, the gallery of photos from other shows.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of guys.
Yeah, man, I don't feel that way,
No.
but it probably is that way though. Compared, I would say probably to other small theaters like
looked
ours.
there were like 8 guys in this one show, and it might have been
Yeah, well,
Lovesick.
Lovesick. Yeah, we had I think a total of 8 new people who auditioned, and
Yeah, old
everyone
guys like me.
everyone who auditioned got cast in
Yeah.
Lovesick because that was my goal, to have as big of a cast as I could, and so we've been very fortunate.
How many people were in that show?
16.
But you had vignettes though, so
Yeah.
this
Yep.
are like 2 in one part,
Yep.
2 in another part,
Exactly.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
So it
Okay.
wasn't like they had to be on stage the entire time.
Nope,
So
and
you
only-
could fill up as much as possible.
Yeah, and
then.
only 2 people played more than one role,
Oh.
so they had to play 2 parts each.
Oh. So what is it that's coming up? I want to hear what's coming up for you guys. Do you know off the top of your head what shows you're coming up in the season besides the Christmas one? And then you're doing the...
So that's all we have for this year.
I didn't hear them all. Can you say them again?
Outsiders.
Yep,
Outsider.
The Outsider.
Not the Outsiders.
Not the Outsiders.
No, that's different.
That's
Yeah,
different.
no,
that's on
different.
Broadway.
I say that's
still.
on Broadway. We haven't gotten there yet, and
Yeah.
I just let me make sure I get the name right on
That's
our
okay.
Christmas show.
So you have what's the fall show?
So the fall
Outsider?
show is the
There's
Outsider.
the Outsider. Then you have the Merry Christmas show.
Yep, which is Dashing Through the Snow,
Dashing Through the Snow.
a Southern fried Christmas comedy.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the first 2 weekends of December.
Look, you already know it's good because when they insist on having, it has to be a Southern fried Christmas comedy added on. It's like the stage door, 2 dorks who love theater.
Yes.
That
Yes.
same
And
kind
we
of.
like Southern fried food and so
Yeah, we
it's
do.
time
Are you
to-
going to have Southern fried food?
I don't know if that's something the director is going to think about, but I mean, you never know what could
I already
happen.
want it. I already want it. So then after Christmas show, you have something.
After the Christmas show, we do have, we've started a Christmas fundraiser, a yearly fundraiser that we do at the local Moose Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Christmas songs and Christmas skits. Like last year, we did Sweaty Balls from Saturday Night Live. And, I can't think of it's the 2 Canadian comedians.
Yeah,
who
the
played-
Moose?
Yeah, we did that.
What are you doing over there, eh? Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on,
Yep.
eh?
Take off,
And that
eh?
beer's empty, eh?
You
Yep.
hoser.
You hoser.
eh?
Yeah, and we did some Christmas sing-alongs, and we raffle off some like 50-50s, and we raffle off some Christmas prizes, and then Best Ugly Sweater gets a prize.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a good time, and the Moose is very generous and lets us use their space for free.
You know,
and
those
there's
Canadian
a cash
guys
bar,
actually played
so-
Moose in a Disney movie. Just putting that out there.
Yes,
That's so
that's
funny.
Oh, I
Brother
didn't-
Bear, they were
Brother
mooses.
Bear,
So
they
I-
were the
I didn't
Moose.
know
Speaking
that.
of the,
Nice.
speaking of the Moose
In
connection,
character.
in character.
They were the-
Yeah.
And then after that, you have
And then after that'll be the last thing for the year until probably maybe the end of this month, beginning of next, we'll be introducing our season for next year.
so you don't have a spring show.
We already
it's a
had our spring
secret.
show. So
Oh, that's what I was going for.
Oh,
I was going for the next year's show.
oh,
Yeah.
next year's spring show.
Yeah. So this coming
so
fall.
our
Secret.
season, we run our season January to December. So we don't
Sneaky.
kind of do the.
And you don't want to say what it is?
I don't. Well, I kind of know, but I'm not allowed to say it because it hasn't
Spoiler
officially been
alert.
approved. So
All right.
All right. Well, we'll just wait on this episode until you know then. And I'll slide it in. How's that?
that's all right.
No, I won't do that.
No, we won't.
Whatever. There'll be some show in the spring also.
Yeah.
And so
So-
when we find you guys have a Facebook page,
Yep, our Facebook page is the best way to keep up to date with us. We
Yeah.
try to post on there every day and keep it updated.
no Instagram page though.
Not yet.
Get your one.
We're working on it.
Get
working
one.
on that, and we're working on a TikTok.
Don't worry about
So.
TikTok.
And
I can't tag TikTok. I can tag you on Instagram. So
Okay.
at least when there's something going on, I can tag. I know who doesn't have Instagrams because every time I go to tag them and they're not there. Waterville doesn't have one. You don't have one. There's like one other one and that's it. So
All right, we'll work on that.
yeah, don't be the last one.
Okay, we won't.
That's the
so
goal.
from Toledo, I'm now going to keep an eye out on what's Williams County doing. What are they doing up here? Because I could come here and see shows.
Oh
too.
yeah, absolutely.
People
Yeah,
from
Come
Toledo.
in shows.
People, yeah. Well, rehearsals. That's a drive, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a drive for that.
But you could definitely come see the shows.
Yes.
Absolutely. Just
Yes.
like anybody could. It was a nice, beautiful scenic drive out here.
Yep.
And then, like you said, make a day of it. Come here and get some food and drinks.
Yes.
And if you come to our Christmas show,
Ah.
on our beautiful square, we do a Chris Kindle market as well on the weekends.
I don't know what that means.
So there's little wooden shops with vendors, and there's horse-drawn carriage rides around the square.
What the
You can
heck?
take your hot chocolate around, or you can grab a Dora cup. We're in the
This
Dora
is-
district, and
This is
this is
small
a thing
town.
that happens here?
Santa Claus
This is a Hallmark movie waiting to happen.
His shop
yes.
is up on the square at Christmas time, and
Can you tell me
a
when
lot
this
of times we have
happens
live
exactly so I will
reindeer. It's usually every weekend in December.
Really?
For until Christmas, the Chris
just have
Kindle
to-
market, and it's even during the week a few days as well, like Thursday
I am a
nights.
giant
and-
Christmas fan. I just love the whole
Yeah.
feeling of Christmas. Our house looks like the North Pole. I love it.
Yeah.
And my wife loves it. So I don't think it'll take that much twisting of arms to get her to come out here and just enjoy Christmassy stuff because it's just a happy time.
Yeah, the the Friday after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, that evening, Santa Claus comes to town. And one individual
course he
always
does.
gets selected to turn on the Christmas lights on the square, and they decorate it beautifully. I mean, it's
And
immaculate.
will Williams County Community Theater be doing anything like caroling? Or?
We have caroled before in
There
the
you go.
past. You never know. One year we had a beer garden over here during the Chris Kindle market and our little garden on the corner, and we sold hot chocolate. And Two Bandits Brewery out of Hicksville came and joined us.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out and see
Yeah.
if you guys, what was it, WCC? I hate Williams County Community Theater, WCCT. Do you say anything like that? Or?
Yep, WCCT.
Okay, so
It's a lot faster, rolls off the mouth a little better.
So WCCT, I'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
And if I see like, we're gonna be doing something during the holidays, that will be the day.
Yeah, awesome.
Or if not, I'm gonna come anyway because it's
Yeah.
just I think I love Christmas.
And like next weekend, we have Flair on the Square here in town.
What is that?
They set up a huge stage here. They block off this entire 2 streets. And there's bands and singers that perform all day.
Wow.
Lots of artists come and set up stands with all their wares and food trucks. And I mean, you name it, we got it.
Food trucks?
Food trucks.
Wow.
Everybody loves food trucks.
Yeah.
So
We do. We're fat guys, so I like that kind of food. I think that's it. Do you have anything else, Ron?
No.
I'm
right,
excited
awesome.
for you guys. So I like everything you're doing here. We're gonna go in and take some pictures of the kids up there on the stage
I think
doing
they're
their
done.
thing. Are they done?
No.
No.
Oh no, they go to 7:30.
No, they don't get
Yeah.
off early.
Nope.
No. To work with you, kids. You're gonna love theater whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Oh, they love it.
Right. Bye.